All right, so we've got Aston Villa
Huh?
playing Manchester United this Sunday. And, you know, at first glance, you might think, oh, yeah, easy win for Manchester United, right?
Yeah, seems like a foregone conclusion.
Totally. But we did a deep dive into Tips Moto's preview. Have you heard of Tips Moto?
Oh, yeah, they're amazing.
Yeah.
They do some really interesting stuff.
Yeah, they're like the football whisperers or something with all their data. They've got this supercomputer that crunches all the numbers.
It's amazing what they can do with data now.
I know. And let me tell you, their predictions are turning heads.
Oh, really? How so?
So get this. Tips Moto's supercomputer. It actually favors Aston Villa to win. They're giving them a 42% chance of victory.
Wow, against Manchu.
Against Manchester United.
Wow, that's pretty surprising.
It's almost unheard of.
Yeah, it really is. What makes them think that Villa has such a strong chance?
Right.
You'd think Man U would be the clear favorite.
You would think. But when you dig into the data, it gets really interesting.
Yeah, what are they seeing that we're not?
So Tips Moto points to a few things. First off, Aston Villa, under Unai Emery.
Their manager?
Right, their manager. They have been playing incredible football.
They have been on a good run, haven't they?
Especially at their home ground.
Home advantage is huge in football.
Oh, it's massive. And since Emery's taken over, they've earned 74 points at Villa Park.
74 points. That's top 4 form right there.
I know, right?
That's usually Manchester City territory.
Exactly. It's like they've turned into a different team.
It's amazing what a good manager can do.
It really is. And on top of that, let's not forget their recent Champions League win.
Oh, yeah, against Bayern, right.
Against Bayern Munich. Midweek, no less.
That's a tough team to beat.
Talk about firing on all cylinders.
Absolutely. And, you know, the last time these two teams played each other,
Last time they played.
it was Villa who won.
Oh, that's right. They did win.
So, you know, there might be a bit of a psychological factor there, too.
It's like they've got Man U's number now or something.
Maybe Emery's figured out their weakness.
It's like David and Goliath. But Dave has been hitting the gym and learning some serious slingshot skills.
Oh, this isn't the old Aston Villa. They mean business.
They mean business? But, okay, let's talk about this supercomputer for a sec.
Yeah, how does that even work?
Right. Like, it's not magic, is it?
I hope not.
I don't think so.
Unless it predicts the lottery numbers, too.
Right. So basically,
Fill me in.
Tips Moto, they feed their supercomputer a massive amount of data.
Okay, like what kind of data?
So we're talking past match results, player stats. They even factor in things like weather conditions and individual player form.
Wow, they really think of everything.
I know, right?
It's like Moneyball for football.
Yes, exactly. And then they use these complex algorithms to analyze all these trends and calculate probabilities.
So it's like having a whole team of analysts working around the clock.
Exactly. But instead of relying on gut feelings, it's all cold, hard data.
That's amazing. It takes the emotion out of it and just looks at the facts.
Exactly. And one of the big things their analysis highlights for this match is Man U's defense.
Oh, really? What about it?
Well, they don't mince words. Tixmoto straight up calls it a cause for concern.
Oh, wow.
And they're not wrong.
I mean, their defense hasn't been great.
To put it mildly, so under Ten Hag.
Their manager.
Right, Eric Ten Hag. Manchester United. They've lost 8. 8 Premier League matches. By 3 goals or more.
Ouch.
That's gonna sting.
Yeah, that's not the kind of stat you want on your record.
You definitely don't want that on your resume. If you're a defender.
Or a manager.
True. And it gets worse.
Worse. How could it be worse?
So, Tips Moto, they dig into this thing called expected goals against.
Okay, I've heard of that.
Yeah, have you heard of that?
Yeah, it's like, how many goals a team should have let in based on the quality chances they give up.
Right, exactly. So, like, it's all about how dangerous the chances they're giving up are, not just how many shots they face.
Right, so a shot from way outside the box wouldn't count as much as a one-on-one with a keeper.
Exactly. And guess what Man U's XGA is?
I'm almost scared to ask.
It's 11.04.
11.04.
5th worst in the league.
Wow. So they're conceding a lot of goals. And statistically speaking, they're actually lucky they haven't conceded even more.
They've been riding their luck for sure.
That's a dangerous game to play.
It is. Especially against a team like Aston Villa.
Right.
They can punish defensive errors like nobody's business.
Yeah, they've got some real firepower up front.
And speaking of firepower,
Oh, here we go.
we have to talk about Aston Villa's secret weapon that Tips Moto keeps highlighting.
Who's that?
This guy, Jean Duran.
Duran.
Yeah, he comes off the bench for Villa
Yeah.
and transforms into prime goal-scoring machine.
Okay. What are we talking here?
We are talking a goal every 43 minutes at Villa Park.
A goal every 43 minutes. That's incredible.
Let me put that in perspective. That's a better goals per minute ratio than Erling Haaland this season.
Wow. That's saying something.
I know, right? This guy's a beast.
I'm surprised he doesn't start.
Right.
Why isn't he starting?
Well, Ollie Watkins, he's their main striker. He's been on fire, too. We're talking 55 goal involvements in his last 67 Premier League appearances.
67.
67. That's amazing.
Since Emery took over, by the way.
Emery's worked wonders with this team.
I know, right?
So they've got a consistent goal-scoring threat, and then a super sub who can come on and change the game.
Exactly.
That's a manager's dream.
It's almost unfair for other teams.
Yeah. I feel bad for Man U's defense.
I mean, how do you even prepare for that?
It's tough.
Okay, speaking of Man U's defense.
Let's not dwell on it too much. Okay, but I have to tell you this one stat that Tips Moto dug up.
Oh, no.
It's pretty brutal.
Hit me with it.
So in their recent match against Tottenham.
Oh, no, not that game.
That game.
Yeah.
Their XGA.
Expected goals against.
Yes. It was a staggering 4.59.
4.59. That's insane.
That's the third highest.
Third highest.
Ever recorded against them in Premier League history.
Wow. Tottenham were statistically very close to handing them a historic defeat.
I know, right?
It's wild.
It's like they were inches away from complete disaster.
So it's not just that they're giving up a lot of chances. It's that the chances they're giving up are high-quality chances.
Right.
The kind that should be goals.
Exactly. And that suggests a systemic problem, don't you think?
Definitely. It could be the players. It could be the tactics.
Probably a bit of both.
Yeah, most likely a combination.
But whatever it is, Ten Hag needs to address it quickly. Because if they keep leaking goals at this rate, it's not just their title hopes that are in jeopardy.
His might be on the line, too.
Ouch. Yeah, that's the reality for a manager at that level.
Especially at a club like Man U.
With those expectations. They expect to win.
They expect to win trophies.
Exactly. And they definitely don't expect to be losing by 3 goals or more 8 times in recent history.
Yeah, that's definitely not part of the plan.
But before we get too carried away, writing off the Red Devils completely,
right?
I do want to circle back to Tips Moto's season predictions.
Okay, yeah, let's hear.
Because despite this weekend's forecast, they do paint a very different long-term picture for both clubs.
Really?
Yeah, so Tips Moto gives Villa a respectable 17.7% chance of a top 4 finish.
Okay, so they're saying Villa could actually make the Champions League.
They're saying it's a real possibility.
Interesting.
But get this. Man U's chances. A paltry 1.2%.
1.2%. Wow.
Oh.
That's shockingly low.
I know, right? For a club of their stature?
Yeah, you'd expect them to be. Much higher.
Right.
So what do you think? Can they overcome those odds?
Or are we witnessing a changing of the guard?
I mean, it's early in the season. But you have to wonder.
Right. It really makes you think.
It's crazy to think about Aston Villa potentially playing the Champions League and Manchester United on the outside looking in.
I know, right? And you almost want to root for the underdog.
Yeah, there's something about that classic underdog story that gets everyone going.
But this is the Premier League we're talking about.
Right. Anything can happen.
Exactly. Unpredictability is the name of the game.
And that's what makes it so exciting.
Absolutely. But I will say this. I think what really stands out to me about this match and why it's so interesting is that tension between their historical performance and their current form.
You're right. It's that age-old question. Do you trust the team's legacy or their recent performance?
Exactly. Because you've got Manchester United.
A team with a ton of history.
To say the least. But this season,
they haven't exactly been championship material.
Not even close.
And then you have Aston Villa.
The up-and-comer.
Full of energy, ambition.
Led by a manager who seems to know exactly what he's doing.
Right. And they might not have the same track record as Man U, but right now, they've got the momentum and the home advantage.
And according to Tips Moto, they've got the statistical advantage, too. Don't forget about that. I mean, I'm starting to lean towards Tips Moto's prediction here.
Me too. I think Villa might actually have this one.
But then again, Man U still has some world-class players.
They do.
Those players could turn it around at any moment.
And let's not forget about that wild card, John Duran.
Oh, yeah, sitting on the bench just waiting to come in and score.
If Man U's defense keeps playing like this,
he's going to have a field day. But even beyond Duran, let's not forget about Ollie Watkins.
He's been phenomenal for Villa.
So consistent. I mean, those goal involvement numbers are no joke.
He's the steady hand that guides the ship.
Yeah.
And then you bring in Duran for that final push.
It's a brilliant strategy.
Man U's going to have their hands full trying to contain both of them.
No doubt. They're going to have to step up their game if they want to walk away with a win.
For sure. But that's the million-dollar question. Can they bounce back from what's been a pretty rocky start?
Right. And as much as I love data, I don't think even Moto's supercomputer can predict that.
Nope. Some things are just beyond the reach of even the most advanced algorithms.
But either way, this match has a lot riding on it.
Totally. It's going to be fascinating to see how it all plays out.
I'm on the edge of my seat already. And honestly, after this deep dive into all this data, I have a whole new perspective on both of these teams.
Same here. It's amazing what a little bit of analysis can do.
It really is. But you know what else it's done? It's got me thinking. If Moto can be this accurate with their predictions, is this the future of football analysis?
You're right. Are we about to enter the age of the algorithm?
Where managers are making substitutions based on data points and fans are placing bets based on statistical probabilities.
It's a brave new world.
But for now, let's just sit back and enjoy what's shaping up to be an incredible match.
I'm with you there. Let's see some magic on the pitch.
Because no matter who comes out on top, one thing's for certain, the Premier League always delivers.
Always. That's why we love it.
So true.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, everyone make sure to tune in this Sunday for what is sure to be an epic showdown.
It's going to be a good one.
And if you want even more insights into this match and others, check out Moto.
You won't regret it.
Until next time, keep the love for the beautiful game alive. And you know what else is crazy? Imagine if Villa wins. What does that say about both of these teams going forward?
Oh, that's a good point. Like, does that cement Villa as a real contender for the top?
Right. Are they a team to be reckoned with from now on?
And for Man U, can they really afford another loss this early in the season?
It's almost like a microcosm of the entire Premier League.
Oh, totally. You've got these giant clubs used to being at the top, and now these other teams are coming for them.
It's like one of those nature documentaries, you know?
Yeah.
The young lion challenging the old alpha.
You can't help but watch.
Exactly. And that's what makes this match so compelling. This whole deep dive into Moto's analysis has been a game changer for me.
Me too. I can't wait to see if their prediction actually comes true.
Me neither. It's going to be an exciting match, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
It really makes you wonder, if Moto is this good, this accurate, what does that mean for the future? Is data the new frontier in football?
It's a fascinating thought. Will we get to a point where managers are making decisions based on algorithms?
That fans are putting money down based purely on the numbers.
It's wild to think about.
It really is. But for now, I'm just going to enjoy the fact that we have this amazing match to look forward to.
Me too. Let's let the players do what they do best.
Exactly. At the end of the day, it's all about what happens on that pitch. But hey, a little data analysis never hurts.
And it certainly makes things more interesting.
It does. All right, everyone listening, make sure to tune in this Sunday for what's shaping up to be a clash of the Titans. And if you want more insights like this, head over to Moto. You won't be disappointed. Until next time, keep the passion for the beautiful game alive.